Good morning to everyone. I welcome you all. Class 5th EVS subject. Yes. So this is the lesson nature of matter. Already you learnt 3 sessions. So this is the 4th session. So in before session you learnt what you learnt in before session. So the meaning of sublimation, effects of heat on matter. Yes. So all will be change in states of matter, or will be learned in the third session. Okay, so in this session we will be learn here. So mass, we will start from here. Mass. Yes, so they can given here mass. Measure the weight of different objects using physical balance in your school with your friends and note down. They can be given here. For example, so how we will be weighting? We will whatever rice. Yes, we want to weight a rice. So we are using a balance. Yes, so we are using balance, and it means weighing stones also we are using. So we will be use and we will be write down. For example, duster. Yes, this is the duster. This also we will be weighing. Yes, so we are using groundnut. So we will be weighing the materials and write down the how much kgs, how much what kilos are there, we will be write down. Okay. Yes, so mass is the total quantity of matter cohering together to make an object or a substances. The mass is measured in the terms of weight. The SI unit of mass is kilogram. Yes, so what is the meaning of mass? They can given here. Mass is the total quantity of matter cohering together to make an object are a substances. Yes, so this is we can call as a mass. So mass means the total quantity of matter. So that matter is there, know how much quantity we will be measuring. So matter of cohering together to make together. Cohering means here sticking to make an object or a substances, that we can call as a mass. Yes, so the mass is measured in terms of weight. Yes, how we will be measuring? In terms of, we are using to measure weight. Yes, the SI unit of mass is kilogram. So kilogram. So we are written as in, so that is kg. SI unit of means here the international system of unit. So international system of unit is, that is kilogram. Kilograms we will be writing in here kgs. Okay, here they can be mentioned here. 1000 kg is equal to 1000 mg is equal to 1 gram. Okay, milligram is equal to 1 gram. So 1000 gram is equal to 1 kg. Okay, and here 100 kg is equal to 1 quintal. Then 1000 kg is equal to 1 ton. Yes, remember it here. See, 1000 milligram is equal to how much gram? 1 gram. Then 1000 gram is equal to 1 kg. So 100 kg is equal to 1 quintal. Then 1000 kg is equal to how much? 1 ton. Yes, these all are measuring units. So totally the SI unit of mass is what? Kilogram. Yes, mind it that. Okay, so they can given here. So it means we are using for example, we are given to measuring here rice, wheat, jawar, ragi, so all the cereals, and also pulses also we can given here. So groundnut, then oil also we are using to measure. So 1 kilo, 2 kilo, like here. Yes, so all the materials we will be measuring and write down the measurement. Yes, this is about what? Mass. Okay, next one we are going that is density. Yes, next one we are going that density. Yes, so it is generally said that density. So it is generally said that the cotton is light and iron is heavy. Why? Yes. So this is a question they can asking here. Cotton is very lightweight. Yes, you know that is. Iron is very heavy weight. Yes. Why it is cotton is less and iron is what? Heavy. So they can mention here because cotton is easier to lift. So it's easier to lift. Suddenly we will be weighing that one. Yes. So but what it is? In iron is very heavy material. So cotton is very easier to lift and so it is a lightweight. Generally said that the cotton is light and iron is heavy. They can be given here right here. Because cotton, why? Cotton is very easier to lift. So it is very lighter. So iron is very heavy object. So can't do weight in too much of weight. Yes, okay. So when two objects of same size are measured, one may weight more and other may weight is less. So generally we say that the density of less weighting objects so will be less and the density of more weighing objects will be more. Yes. For example, they can given here cotton and iron. Okay, so we can easily tell that when cotton is a very lighter object, so we can easily weigh, but its iron is a very heavier object, so easily we can't to weigh this one. Okay, so here they can given here, generally we say that using of density, the density of less weighing object is cotton, the density of more weighing object is what? Iron, because its object weight is more, so its object weight is less, the density of weighing is less, will be less we can be considered. So it is in a density of weighing is very heavy, okay, or more we can say that. They can given here another one example, or as activity they can given here, pour a cup of water and cup of oil into a glass jar. They won't mix together and will be seen separately. Why? Yes. For example, take one glass, okay, half of water you can be fill the glass and so a little bit, okay, little bit you will be pour a what? Oil on the water. Yes, shake well, or else keep that same. So observe that the both are dissolved, both are mixing in water and oil are mixing, or both are separated. Yes, we can understanding here. Oil is means water is below the glass, oil is upper the glass. We can see that one oil is floating. Because of why? The oil density is very less. Oil density is very less compared to water. Yes, another one example we can take in here. Take a glass of water. Yes, or a glass or half glass of water. So put in a 2 or 1 ice cube on the what? Water. See, means you will observe that one, that ice cubes are sink or float. Yes. So ice cube are sink or float. The ice cubes are sinking, means ice cubes are floating on the water. Because of why? The density of between ice is less compared to water. Yes. So which objects are floating on the surface? Those all the objects density is less compared to those objects. Okay. Yes. Next one they can given here. See. So density means density is the amount of mass contained in a unit volume. So density is the amount of weight contain amount of mass contained in a, yes, the density is the amount of mass contained in a unit volume. The amount of mass contained in a unit volume. So contained in a unit volume. So here we will write density is equal to mass per volume. Density is equal to mass per volume. Generally, density is the solid more than that of a liquid. So, and then density of a liquid is more than that of the gas. Yes, solid compared to solid objects, water. So, water density is less than compared to, or we can water, or we can take any liquid items. Okay, any liquid compared to solid to liquid density is less compared to liquid to gas. So gas density is less. Understood this is? Okay. The mass of an object, so in 1 cubic meter of its volume is called as a density. Yes, density is the mass of an object, the mass of an object in 1 cubic meter of its volume. Its volume is called density. Yes. So the SI unit of density is SI unit of density is kg per cubic meter. Kg per cubic meter. Kilogram per cubic meter. Yes. So what is the meaning of density? The mass of an object in 1 cubic meter of its volume is called as a density. The SI unit of density is kg per cubic meter. Understood? So what is the SI unit of mass? That is kg. Understood? So you can remember the SI unit of density and mass. Okay. So next one they can given here, as activity they can given here. So you will be make separate here. So which are the object having a less density, which are the object having a more density. For example, so they mentioned here, one, oil is the less density, water is the more density. Again another one I'll write here, cotton is the less density, iron is the more density. Then feathers, bird feathers, okay, those all are less density. The bird's bones is compared to feathers and bones are more density. Understood? Yes, these all are the example. So remaining examples will be write down. Okay. So next one we are going to study as, that is pressure. Yes, next one, that is pressure. Okay. So one example they can given here. Take a tumbler containing water, place a blade horizontally. If it floats, place the same blade perpendicular to the surface of water. See what happens. So take a tumbler. Yes. So you can take one tumbler. So fill half of water in tumbler. Then another one tumbler we will take for. So in this tumbler also fill half of water. So I'll keep a blade, that is, so this is in vertical column. So it means dip in a what water, so this is in horizontal form. So we can understanding that horizontal blade and vertical blade, so perpendicular will be left out, means to the water we will be put down. So take a tumbler containing, place a blade horizontally. One of the blade is horizontally, we put at that one. So it is floating. Yes, it is floating. But here that what it is, one of the blade is we will be leave on this one. This is sink into the water. Yes, so this is sinking into the water. They can mention here. So what is the reason for they can? One that is both the blade only, no. One that is surface perpendicular which is there, no, that is sinking. Horizontally which is there, no, that is floating. Yes. So even though the mass of the blade is the same, it floats in the former case, but it sinks in the, it means later case. Former case means here first case, that is in a, which is, this is first case, this is second case. Okay, the horizontal is the first case, so it is floating. So sinking is in the later case, this is that perpendicular we will be put on the water, no, that is sinking. Okay, so when the blade is placed horizontally, its mass is distributed over wider area. So mass is distributed over wider area. So that's why, so this blade is floating. Understood? Yes. So next one they can, therefore the mass per unit area is less and hence it is floating. So that unit area, mass per unit area is what? Less. So that's why that blade is floating. Okay. So when the blade is kept perpendicular to the surface, this one, it sinks. Since the mass is distributed over a smaller area, so this is wider area, so it's a floating. So this is smaller area. The mass is the smaller area, so therefore the consequence depends upon the mass per unit area. So that consequence means the smaller area, it is taken a smaller area, so it's a what? It's in a sinking. So that way we can calling as here, therefore the consequence depends upon the mass per unit area. So that's why that is floating. So this is we can call as a pressure. So what we can call as here, when the blade is, so therefore the sequence of depends, the consequence depends upon the mass per unit area, that we can call as a pressure. Okay, so it is the force is exerted on a unit area. The pressure is the force exerted in a unit area. That force is exerted in a unit area, that we can call as a pressure. Okay, so they can given here examples. So activity, immerse a stone gently into a glass beaker containing water. Take one glass containing water. So what it is, you will be immersed in a stone, okay, or as marble. So you will be put in water. What it happen? It will sink or it float? Yes, it's a sinking, because it's a weight, mass, or we can call as it's a density is more. Then so immerse, next one activity, immerse a wooden plank into the other beaker containing water. Again you will take a glass of water, so immerse in a piece of wood. So it means examine that one, it's floating or it's sinking. The wood weight is less, so it's a floating on the surface of water. Okay, yes, when an object is immersed in water, it exerts a downward force on water, and water in turn exerted an upward force, so our upward thrust, so on the object. If the upward force is exerted on the object is more than the downward force, then the object is floating. So it upward force, how much its effect means pressure is going on in a upward, so in below going, so how that much of upward force is exerted, so that object is floating on the surface. So this upward force is we can call as buoyancy. Okay, so the upward force exerted, it is called as a buoyancy. So write the name of any 4 objects which float on water. They can given here question. So oil also we can given, then wood also we can given, then cotton also, leaf also we can given, so and ice also we can be given example for the floating objects. Okay, next one activity they can given here, fill a water in a glass jar as shown in the picture. Okay, as shown in the picture, so will be fill a water and then put a marble coin, dried leaf, wooden plank, straw, etc. in the jar. Ask your friends to tell what happened to each object that you have put in water by observing. See all the materials, so you will be put in the water, observing what happens. So which are the having mass, so which are having a density, so those all are sink into the water. So which are having a lighter density, those all are floating on the surface of water. Understood? Yes, some objects float in water and some are sink. Okay, next one they can given here activity, put some small objects in the water, write what happened to these objects. Some small objects means the floating objects are dried leaf we can given, wooden plank also we can given, straw, yes, then in a sinking object, coin, marble, then stone. So these all we can be given a sinking object. Okay, yes, they can given here, see, think they can given here, a raft does not sink in water. Why? What object are used to immerse the wooden plank in water? Why? Yes, so you know that wooden planks are floating on the surface of water, so they can be taken here. Raft means here it is made up of wood, so that is made up of a bamboo. They can be the bamboo sticks they can taken and tying one about means one to other they will be tying, so that is live on the water. So just like it is like a boat, it's you know that is already that wood materials they are taken, so and that is taken to helpful for on the surface of water, they are moving to like that is using like look like as a boat. Okay, so that's using to, so moving from one place to other place as to using of what on the surface of water. Okay, that we can call as a raft. So that is you know that is floating on the surface of water because of why, because that is made of wood. So another one activity they can given here, fill water in 2 glass jars as shown in the picture. Now pour sugar to one jar and charcoal powder to into another jar, stir it well. Yes, take 1 glass of water, put a sugar, okay, 1 spoon of sugar onto the water, and take another glass of another glass of water, put a charcoal powder. Yes, so observe both, that is live for 10 minutes, observe both the glass. What you can be finding? We can finding that the sugar water, that means that sugar is dissolved in the water. Yes, the sugar is dissolved in the water, but we can take here charcoal powder into the water, that cannot be dissolved into the water. Because why? So the charcoal does not dissolving. Did the sugar and charcoal powder dissolve in the water? Observe, they can be given here, just observing. So sugar is dissolved in water, but charcoal does not dissolve in water. Okay. Some objects are dissolved in water. This is we can call as a solubility we can call as. Yes, so some objects do not dissolve in soluble materials, insoluble materials. Okay, yes, so they can given here one of the activity, put the given objects into the water and stir, observe and write the what happens to these objects. Salt, So we will be separate that one. Which are soluble in water? Which are insoluble in water? Salt, it is soluble in water. Sugar, that is also soluble in water. Sugar candy, that is also soluble in water. Milk, it is also dissolving, mixing. Okay. Then here, it will be separate them. Then what it is? Sand. So next what they can given here? Coconut oil. So it's not be soluble. Okay. So will be separate. They can given here some of the objects. So make them separate, soluble and insoluble objects. Yes. Write examples in the space provided. They can given here, see students, like this is example we can given like boat. What shall I write here? So what we will be write? This is a floating on the surface. What? That boat. Because of why? Because this is made up of wood. Yes, so that's why it is floating on the surface of water. So again, what we can give an example for this one means raft. That is also one of the example for floating object, floating wood. Next one. So stone materials they can be given here. Okay, some of the shoes, stones, something materials. Shall I write sunken objects? It means so sinking objects. So what we can given? Stone, we can given sinking object. Then heavy materials, iron, marble. Yes, these all we can be a given example for sinking objects. Okay. Next one. What is dissolved in this? In this means water. So water, glass of water they can be mentioned here. The glass of water they can be mentioned here. What is dissolving? What is undissolving objects? Dissolving objects are sugar and salt we can given. Then undissolving means piece of glass. Then piece of wood, that is also not dissolving in water. Yes. See here, based on the arrangement of particles, matter is identified in three physical states, namely as solid, liquid and gases. So apart from this, matter can be classified as elements, compounds and mixtures. You will learn so this in the next lesson. Okay, so already you learnt what you learnt in this lesson, solid, liquid, gases. Yes, all we will be learnt, and also you will be learnt sublimation, the what it is effect on heat on matter, and also these all mass, density and pressure. These all you will be learned in this lesson. Okay, so today this lesson is completed. Tomorrow we'll start, that is the new chapter. Okay, thank you for watching.